This video is for Black Americans. Everybody else can stay, but I just want you to know that I'm specifically speaking to Black Americans. Black Americans, I've been thinking about this for a while, and watching Amanda Seales slay all of those Black conservatives and specifically slay Mr. Angola, I figured that it just pretty much confirmed for me that what I've been thinking about, yeah, I need to let you all know what I've been thinking about. Black Americans, you know that old saying, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Well, Black people who are born outside of America have more than proven that all skin folk ain't kinfolk. A lot of them are loud with their disrespect and their denigration of Black Americans. And it's sad, it's disheartening. They've been vile towards Black Americans out there on social media. The relentless harassment and bullying that they bestow upon Black Americans, it needs to be studied. With that said, Black Americans, I want you to think about this as we are heading into the 2026 midterms and the 2028 presidential election. When you are looking at a candidate and that candidate looks like us, I need for you to go a step further and pay attention to what it is that they are saying. I need for you to go a step further to research that candidate, to find out what they stand for. And one of the questions that you need to ask these candidates that look like us, you need to ask them what are their thoughts and feelings on reparations for foundational Black Americans. That one question will give you an answer on whether or not you should be voting for that candidate. You cannot rely on them having the same skin tone as us. Okay, Black Americans, here's an example. For years, I've been watching Byron Donalds, and I knew he wasn't a Black American. I couldn't prove it. I did a couple of researches, and I will always come back with he's African American. But I knew that man was not a foundational Black American. So I never spoke on it. And for whatever reason, I'm scrolling, and I come across this.
I want to just play quickly what you said about reparations. He said at the tail end of his life, he said, with one body to get out of kick. What is your position on reparations? I don't believe in reparations. So you don't believe in reparations? Oh, wow. Why do you got to play the rest of the clip, man? I was on fire during that one. A couple things is, all right, how many people in the United States today are actually descendants of slave owners? Forget descendants of slaves. Let's hold that to the side. Descendants of slave owners. You've had massive immigration into the United States over the last 150 years.
Anyways, before we continue this video, I just want to make a quick introduction of myself. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Sonia and I'm back again with another mind-blowing video. This video is very educational and this video is very important. All skin folks are kind folks, or all kind folks are skin folks. This is a whole lot of messages. She's not the only one that's actually passing out some messages to Black Americans, right? Other creators as well, and of which credit belongs to all of these creators, and I really appreciate them for coming boldly to talk about this. But your attention is specifically needed if you're Black Americans. You need to watch this video. Like, it is very, very important. I want to say thank you so much for always supporting, and I want to say thank you so much for subscribing. God super bless you. So I'll go ahead and roll out the clips I have for you guys. Then I'll come back with commentaries so that we don't leave any stone unturned. Okay, so I'll put the commentaries in between. Just enjoy and let's just get this message straight points and direct. Let's go, guys.
Years. So now you're going to say that people who immigrated to the United States, who are not descendants of slave owners, were not descendants of that trade, now they're going to be responsible for paying that out going forward. My mother's Jamaican. My father's Panamanian. You have a lot of black people in this country who are not descendants of the American slave trade. So I already know off top, there's a lot of black people in America who aren't going to be able to get that.
And there it is. Black immigrants in this country will work to undermine Black Americans in this country because they won't be able to benefit off of Black Americans when it comes to reparations. Never mind the fact, the blood, sweat, and tears that our ancestors spilled to try to make a better way of life for us, which directly benefits Black immigrants in this country. No, they don't want you to get because they won't get. And allow me to point out that as he began to answer that question, he immediately went to defend the descendants of white slave owners. Go back and listen to his response. So, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. And unfortunately, a lot of them come here to undermine us. Mr. Angola proved that. They come here and they side with white people and white supremacy. They do their damnedest to assimilate into white culture and white supremacy. So, when you see someone that looks like us that is running for office, you're going to have to ask some more questions. And one of those questions has to be, what are your thoughts on reparations? And before I go, I want to remind y'all talk shit about Kamala Harris, but this is what Kamala Harris had to say about reparations.
Democrats who will say they're for something, but when it comes time to actually do it, they're not there for you. They say they run away, they don't answer the question, and to be blunt, like the current vice president, not answering a lot of questions. But she did say that she's for reparations. After she said she wasn't. So which one is it? No, she never said she wasn't.
That's never happened.
That's the false narrative. All right, that's fine. I'm gonna let it go. She was here when she said it.
But we have a history of racism in America.
So you are for some type of
Yes, I am.
reparation. Okay.
Yes, I am.
I'm not gonna challenge. Yeah. I'm not gonna challenge.
But I guess the question is, Congressman, you say that you're not for reparations, right. Then you go on to say that there are a lot of elected officials. We know that racism is a bipartisan.
In summary, Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, American descendants of slavery, it's not enough for a politician to be Black. You got to ask the questions. And one of those questions should be, what are your thoughts on reparations?
See why I say this particular message is very important to Black Americans. You know, a lot of persons have been able to come out to be like, oh, the Blacks do not need reparation, the Black Americans do not need this, or they do not need that. For people that have really suffered for a particular country. See, let's just be honest. If there is any single person that have gone through a lot, it is the said Black Americans. So you see this reparation, it is something they should pay attention to, like very, very closely. Any single person that is actually coming out for the 2028 election, they have to really study the person as this lady has stated, and of which I accept and I agree with her 100%, because for how long do we keeping quiet? For how long do Black Americans keep getting oppressed from east, west, north, and south? I'm not saying from just the white supremacy alone, from even Africans like us. You understand? We've seen several of their videos flying, and they're talking about what they've been able to like pass through personally in the eyes of these Africans in their own country. And if there is anybody that reparation should be given to, it should be Black Americans. But anyways, that's not the center of this video today. I'll go ahead and roll out other clips that I have for you guys. Then I'll come back with commentaries. And if you're watching Your Black American, let me know what your thoughts is in all of these that you've actually watching. I would really love to know. Let's go back. Like I said, all videos and stitches we have, credit belongs to the original creators of this video. Now let's go.
We'll say all skin folk ain't kinfolk real quick, but won't say all skin folk ain't enemies. See, here's the thing, because the problem is not tribalism. The problem is when our tribes forget how to drum together. We've been told what that unity looks like agreement, and it doesn't. It doesn't. I can just tell you that now. If you think unity looks like agreement, it doesn't. It looks like complexity that doesn't collapse into contempt. White supremacy didn't just fracture us. It made us believe fracture is failure. It made us ashamed of our survival instincts. Different speech, different slang, different skin tones, different politics, different passions. I need people to get this and hear me clearly. That is not dysfunction. That is not division. That is not a defect. It is just echoes of diaspora finding rhythm through tension. Tribalism is ancient, not evil. The hood had its drum. HBCUs had theirs. Black nerds, Muslims, transkin, artists, gula grannies. I mean, literally trap queens. They all have rhythm. That's not a threat. That's a symphony waiting for arrangement. The enemy taught us that hearing each other's beat is noise. But we were never off beat. We were layered. Tribalism isn't even war until trauma turns it into one. When we haven't metabolized pain, tribes become trauma alliances. We defend wounds instead of visions. We clap back instead of build. We exile instead of remind us of what we haven't healed. You're not triggered by their tribe. You're triggered by the moment they hold. The mirror they hold. That's all it is. You're not triggered by their tribe. You're triggered by the mirror they hold. And what if no tribe has the whole truth? What if every tribe just has a piece of the song? We don't need everybody to speak the same. I just need people to know that. My problem with respectables right now. Respectables, they think everybody needs to speak the same. Nope, we sure don't. Sure don't. We need everyone to drum in recognition. A black future isn't color coordinated. I need people to get this. A black future isn't color coordinated. It is rhythmically complex. Let them think we're chaotic, but we're not chaotic. We're jazz. Come on. Okay, you're not too soul for the radicals, and you're not too hood for the poets, and you're not too Christian for the queer kin, and you're not too loud for the academics. You are the beat in between. And maybe the next phase of black freedom isn't unity, maybe it's harmony with sacred differences. All this stupid shit about tribalism. What? Tribalism only a problem in a white supremacist world. Like, all of the idea that all of us need to speak the same, act the same, and look the same. Who does that sound just like? What? I'll take a sleeve up. Who does that sound like to you? Like, come on. Is it tribalism or complexity? You can just pick it out for yourself.
I don't mean to say this like to be disrespectful, and maybe this is, some people are gonna think this sounds dumb, but I feel like there's a deeper reason why, you know, people of color and specifically the black community have been relentlessly persecuted. Like, I mean, just the things that happened during slavery alone, like, were insane. But I don't know, the more I learn about black history and the ways that, you know, people who literally worked in the government, like the CIA, all these different people in power were trying to ruin the black community. And it makes me think, dude, I feel like, is there something more going on here than just racism? Because it's like, come on, you're telling me you're doing all of this stuff just because you don't like someone's skin color? I feel like, what if, I have this theory that, like, what if black people have some type of superpower? Like, what if they have, I don't know, if they're just born with something very valuable that we don't really know about, but maybe, you know, like I said, these people, these rich people and these people in power, maybe they figured it out a long time ago, and maybe that's why they were like, oh, we have to, like, get rid of them, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I feel like maybe they have something special that we are not taught about that is linked to them being people of color, you know? And I've seen some black creators come on here and try to explain how special it is to have melanin in your skin and how it has all these different properties. But I don't know, I just feel like I have this theory that this goes so much deeper than maybe a lot of us realize, because I'm sorry, but I don't think you're gonna go out of your way for all these hundreds and hundreds of years to try to ruin one group of people over something as silly as, oh, their skin is a different color. Like, I feel like there's something that we don't know. I'm telling you, there's something special about them that they don't want us to know. Okay, this is just something that I've been thinking about recently, and I'm like, maybe if there are some Black creators that maybe they already made a video and I just didn't see it, I don't know, but like, I don't know, maybe this sounds dumb. Or maybe this is like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock, but you know, it's just something I was thinking about.
I just hope that a lot of Americans, especially blacks, are watching this video. I just hope YouTube gets to like recommend this video so that a lot of them can actually see it. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. The honest truth is, a lot of things is falling apart. A lot of things is happening that sometimes, I'll keep saying it, we don't even bring every single thing that we research or we get down to every single person for them to see, but it is fine. And one thing I know and I keep saying is black will rise again no matter what. It's a matter of time, right? If our forefathers, like I said, have all of these access, right? By now, I think the Black Americans will have been in a better position by now, because it is sad that every single thing that their forefathers have worked out for, it's been taken away at every given point in time. You hardly see, I'm not saying that Black Americans are not successful, like very, very successful. They are. We have successful Black Americans that are doing so well, but you can compare them to the white supremacy, right? And that is why you see, then you just need to pay a very close attention, like 100% close attention to this, their 2028 upcoming election. Like, they need someone now that can stand, they need someone that can speak, they need someone that can actually advocate. That's the truth. Because without all of that, at the end of the day, we'll still come back and boil down to all of this. And with the way politics is actually playing up, I just hope that even when they made their right choices, it should be like a free and fair election, right? Because talking from someone that stays in Africa, we know what election is, we know what voting is in our own part. We know that it is never free and fair. It is never what the masses want. It is always what they want. So we pray it's not still the same system, because these people just deserve to have peace. These people called blacks, they just deserve to have peace. They just deserve to, they just deserve to get what belongs to them. That's the honest truth. That's the honest truth. They deserve it. If you're watching, you're a Black American, I just want to send some hugs to you. We know what you've been through. We know what you've passed through. We know every single thing. We pray that God gives you the grace to be able to stand to the end. Just get prepared, get ready. A lot is still going to be unfolding. A lot is still going to happen. But remember what the first person said in this video. And you have to listen with your 2 ears wide open. You have to listen. You have to watch. You have to be vigilant. A little sleep, a little slumber, they say, so poverty catch you. So you do not have to sleep. When I mean, I'm not saying physical sleep, right? Anyways, this video is for educational purpose. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I really love to get your opinion in the comment section, especially if you're watching as a white supremacy or as a Black person living in America currently. I want to get your opinion. And if you have not subscribed, please do what subscribe for great content like this. And I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you that clicked on that subscribe button, that subscribe to my channel. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for those who are sending super thanks. I really appreciate. God super bless you. Yes, with no further ado, I don't like I say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye. I love you guys. Mwah.